Good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream here. My name is Michael Chu. Today is Tuesday, November 11th. Happy Remembrance Veterans Day. Today is right now 9:07 a.m. Mountain Time. So past 11 a.m. Eastern Time. There's not many stocks on the move today. That also shows how reflect kind of how market is kind of weak today. After yesterday's good gains, down Nasdaq down 0.7%, Dow is down up 0.3. So Dow is actually doing the opposite. S&P is down, Nasdaq volume, NYSE volume is really down. So not much happening. Um, there probably a lot more stocks down than up. So that is the problem for today. Um, so let's go to the index here. So we have recently pulled back to the red line, uh, which it finally happened after a long time here. The last time we came close to it, and now we have pulled back, and now so far we have bounced back and holding, right? That's the key word there. I think we are holding at this short-term moving average. Um, so we passed it and then we came back down, which is exactly what you want to see because that shows that if we can hold here and bounce off here, that will be very ideal for the market. But so far we're coming down today. Let's look at the intraday chart. So it is keep testing the lows here, so that is not a good sign because we are getting close to yesterday's low. So if we break that low, we could challenge this whole gap up movement, which will bring it back below the 10-day, and that will be again not ideal because now we might be heading back down again and test the 50-day once more. So generally, we don't want to come back and test key moving averages more than once because that just shows that it's weaker and it doesn't have the momentum to bounce on at least the first time. And so yeah, this market is, and also the other thing is, relative strength line is getting weaker at least on the QQQ here. So that's also another negative. Looking at SPY, very similar action. We bounced back above the 10-day. Today we kind of losing a little bit, just down 0.3%, but mostly we are holding, above the 10-day. So that's the good news here. Again, short term, we are testing the lows intradays, and this one is way above yesterday's low, so that looked a lot better. So this is actually a good sign. So this is SPY, so it looks a lot better than QQQ. Let's look at Dow ETF here. Dow actually doing the really nice move today. It's up, surprisingly, and we also bounced off near the red line. We didn't quite hit it, so that's another sign that this index seems to be doing pretty good. From that perspective, right? And then finally we have IWM Russell 2000 ETF. Now this one we are trading at the lows of the day. It looks a lot worse on this one because we can clearly see the downtrend line is still there. And even though we bounce, but the power is not there. And this is a problem right now. And today, we're trying to test the lows many times here. So perhaps that's a good thing because maybe it will eventually take off. So that's something at least we can hope for. But if it does break it, you can see it's not far from yesterday's low. This is the problem because we break that low, then we're coming back down, and that will bring it back up below 10-day again, and that will come back. And now because the 50 days also at this level, that means it will also be below 50-day, and that's always a bad sign. Again, in this whole rally, we have only seen it cross it once here, and right away bounce back. But here again, if we cross this again, that'll be the second time, and that is not a welcome sign. So again, the market is showing a lot of mixed picture, and that's the same with growth stocks as well. Just mixed signals everywhere. Very hard environment to trade, um, especially if you're a more diversified trader like me, where I like to buy more stocks than most people. because most stocks are just not working. They're more choppy than usual, and that makes it much harder to trade because you just get every time you get in, it comes back down. Every time you get in, it comes back down, and you get stopped out. So it's just very difficult environment right now. Um, let's look at stocks on the move. There's really not much. You have HNRG, XP, Crystal, AU, TIM, LINC, WDC, and TES call. So the strongest group is probably WDC, the data storage group. Here we're bouncing, still new high. Let me take out the markups for a second. So here, this is a very strong run after this breakout right here. And this 10-day slope is very sharp. Let's look at STX. This is Seagate Technology 10-day moving average moving up. Today it didn't make a new high, so that's the problem there. Did WDC make a new high? Well, the WDC is making a new high, but yeah, the Nasdaq is down, right? So these stocks are actually not down that much, which is kind of, again, relatively speaking, they are really strong. It is definitely too extended to buy here. Yeah, MU Micron. This one's pulling back. We send this here. This one is still trading near the top, so very strong. It just doesn't want to give, even on the down day on Nasdaq. That's just very impressive. This whole group. Um, there is gold stock here, but let me just quickly take a look. So gold yesterday, most stocks broke out yesterday on the trend line. And today this one followed through on earnings. AU. Let me go to GLD. Gold price here. So today it's just not giving back a lot. That's a good sign. So it break out and then it doesn't give back a lot, right? So if I go to my checklist here and look at some of those stocks, for example, we have all gold here, Aura Minerals. So today this one give back some. That's not a good thing. Bear mining, this one's doing well. This one report yesterday, today is falling through. That looks really good actually. Let's see what else we have here. Um, I GFI also giving back just a little bit. I think I mixed up some of the health stocks here. That's okay. So just in case you're reading that, it's a little bit weird. WPM, this one is falling through as well, looking pretty good. And then we have um, there's a lot more gold stocks, but anyhow, those are the ones that were on my list from yesterday. Looking at silver, also giving back just a very tiny inch here. Look at silver dollar here, it's actually up today. So again, this gold silver group is looking very good because we have come back on the right side, and we are on the second day of the bounce since yesterday that came across this 10-day moving average. So yeah, so this is looking pretty good. Okay, so that's the gold and silver group that are, you know, that have corrected after a nice run, and now they're starting to come back on the right side. Let me just count. Um, so we went down one, two. So we were 3 weeks into this correction, and now this is the fourth week. So it might break out before the fourth week. It depends how fast it comes back up. Generally, you like to see like 5 weeks bounce, 5 weeks base. But Yeah, I don't know if that will happen because they move really fast. But anyhow, they're moving. So um, the health stocks are doing well today. I don't know why specifically, but a lot of them are green. And I just want to show you XBI. Here's the nice pullback recently. And today, yesterday it came back above 10-day, and today it just followed through. So again, just like gold, it is bouncing today for the second day now. Again, this one has a nice run. This looks almost identical to gold chart. um, but again, yeah, lots of, you know, let me see. I just screwed up a little bit here on the stocks here to bring this back up here. So GKOS, okay. So this one is, pullback, right? Again, following the index, and then now we are actually this one on the third day of bounce, so that looks even stronger. Okay, so that's that one, and then we have ATAC. This is Alpha Tech Holdings. This one pulled back here, and that was the opportunity to get in. And then there was another slight pullback here, and then bounce. So far, look at this trend line. It's just amazing trend line there. Very nice steep slope. Okay. Of course, we had Lily. This is becoming the leading stock right now. Look at this. Wow, it just broke out on traditional buy point. I mean, this I mean, I don't see any stock that has a steeper slope on the uptrend than this one. This was the 1 day pullback. Every other day for the last how many 8 9 sessions is green. And and look at this huge base. I mean, this is almost yeah, this is an amazing base here, and it's breaking out right now. So yeah, making lots of noise. I think more and more people are. Even IBD, David Ryan talked about it this morning. So MEDP, this one looking pretty good as well near the high. Let's look at daily chart here. This one, okay, this one didn't bounce. It was up this morning, but then it pulled back. So it's not as strong as some other ones here. Let me bring up. Let me see. With IOVA and MDGL here. So this one is bouncing. This is a low price stock. So it can move a lot, but it also can go both way, right? And then we have MDGL. This one is moving really fast. Look at this. It broke out here. That's a nice base. And then now it just took off. We have Sandex here. Let me bring that up. Well, this one is also look really good. So this is a traditional buy point here on the double bottom base. And the slope is really good. So that looks really good. Okay, let's go to PAHC. This one, it was nice, very strong breakout yesterday. Um, and today it's holding tight. It's not gaining, but it's not losing much. So looks good. Yeah, it looks good. And then final one. Let's take a look at VSell here. Yeah, this one's slowly moving up as well. The two areas that kind of there's Roku making a move here, and again the data store is still moving. We have Reddit here. Let's take a quick look here. Reddit. This one is trying to bounce back. Not sure it will work. We do have the 50-day declining, so that could be a resistance. It already fell twice, so that's the problem there. What's the sorry. right? COMM. This one's a newer name on my list, but Conscope. But the chart looks really good. We have this big update here, then we kind of consolidate, and we consolidate into a base here. Then we have a little bit of volatility coming out, pull back, and then we have another pullback here, and now it looks like it might be ready to go. We'll see. It is above the trend line now for the breakout zone, so maybe this time will work. Okay, let's take a quick look at some of the hot growth stocks in media. This is not looking good. It's coming back all the way to the 10-day and below it now. Um, and that kind of resumed the trend line, right? Why? Because even though yesterday it came above the 10-day, generally, like I say, if it comes above it, that's great. The second thing it has to do after that is hold it and then follow through after that. That's when you will have more conviction to buy in. But the first time it comes up, again, it can change really fast. And now we are way below yesterday's intraday low. Um, and again, the trend line is still very steep, right? This is still a very steep trend line. Okay, so that's the problem there. Palantir. Palantir looks a lot better because it's number one, it didn't break the low yesterday, intraday low, and second, it's trading in the halfway range. So this one is holding that slowly, like again, the trend line is still there, downtrend line, but at least it doesn't look as bad. It's just at the line basically. Let's look at other stock. APP. This one, okay, this one doesn't look good today. Came tried to come out yesterday, but then it closed back at the low range, and today we give back again. So it's just it's just been so choppy lately, right? I mean, this is the problem with trading at this moment. It's just so choppy. Um, so MMD here. This one is kind of very similar, right? Like below the moving downtrend line, and also below 10-day now. And again, you just don't want to test the 21 day too many times. You already tested once here. Now looks like we're gonna be heading down again and test it. So anyhow, the tech group is just volatile. I think some of the stocks that kind of broken down today include Credo. Here's another one. You can clearly see the downtrend line. This is 1 day above the 10-day, but again, look at even 1 day above the slope is still pretty steep when you draw the channel line. And then now we're at the 21-day and it's testing the 21-day once again. The only good thing is this stock has tested the red line 50-day many times, right? So that's the only good thing. So maybe it'll find support there. But if it doesn't find support there, like it could easily come down to the black line here. So anyhow, so that's the tech group. Looking at the industrial group, there's not much happening. And the problem is, like I don't know why. Maybe it's AI related or not. I'm not sure. But like, let's look at some of this. CLS back is pulling back, but the slope is still pretty strong on the downside. But it's at the 10-day right now. Coherent. This one was really strong, but it's getting very choppy, right? It's like gap up, big down, gap up, down. But it is still this one is still on the uptrend because the 10-day slope is still pretty strong. Uh, HEI. This is aerospace defense. This one looks pretty good because it broke out yesterday on its trend line. Right now we might be slowly coming back to the traditional breakout point. And today it's holding a lot of gains from yesterday. So that's the one looks better. MOD. Yeah, this one also you can see this chart just so choppy, right? I don't know, like you want to trade this because it's just so choppy. Again, today it just came back down again, and that's the problem with the market right now. It's just so choppy. So if you have tight stops, you probably get short stop out all the time. SANM, this one is holding tight near the top here, so that looks pretty good. 10-day is slowly catching up. Again, today in this, some of these industrial stocks and tech stocks are taking a backseat. Yesterday they were leading, right? So it's kind of interesting what's happening in the market right now. We have tech and industrials leading yesterday, and then today, some of this, I mean, a lot of these are AI related, so they're kind of tech related too. So they're just taking a backseat. So this one's pulling back today. TTMI also pulling back to the 10-day, near the 10-day. So nothing wrong with it. It's still on the 10-day is still moving up nicely. So this one is pulling back very little, very little. So WCC, really like this stock because it shows that it has been able to hold as the 10-day catch up to this big run here on 1-day run on earnings. And finally we have XMTR. This one again, like again, all these industrial stocks are not doing bad. They have a strong 10-day moving average moving up, but they're just a little bit overheated. They're pulling back right now. But they also had big gain from the earnings. So it takes time for the 10-day to catch up as well. But yeah, today is just not a good day for some of these stocks here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll take a final look at the index here, QQQ. Again, just sliding back down to the 10-day. Nothing wrong with that. The key is to hold. Here's QQQ trying to hold yesterday's low. If we break that, we may have more problems. And SPY, this one looks a lot better. Also holding really tight on the today's low. So that looks a lot better. Dow Jones Industrials, this one is green today and holding up, doing really well today. And then we have Russell, which is the weak one today. It hasn't really, um, I mean, it's okay. It's not nothing too negative. It's just fluctuating like crazy between this range here. Again, the yesterday's low is very important. So there's this QQQ and IWM is the two probably to watch today, as they may be challenged near this short-term moving average here. If we break this, that won't look good. And same thing with QQQ. If we break this 21-day, that won't look good. Yeah, generally you want to see it work on the bounce, and if it doesn't, when it comes back and challenge the lows again, that's always a bad sign. So thank you for all for watching again today. Seems like a do nothing day for me. So thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye now.